Hi! In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the Fact-Check Assistant's resources. You've seen previous examples of resources in the videos where we covered reviews of claims and media and sources. And the full list of resources can be found in the main page under the Resources tab. However, these resources are merely there to give you a few suggestions of useful apps when navigating the Fact-Check Assistant. The resources of the Fact-Check Assistant are dynamic and are preferably customized based on your specific verifying needs. Therefore, one of the best and most unique ways to use the Fact-Check Assistant is to add and use your own resources in the app, as well as sharing it with the rest of the FCA community. Maybe you as a journalist sit on some of the resources that can be later used by others as well. Let me show you an example. In the last video, I added the source and made a review of it. And one of the questions I was asked was if I had any trouble finding information about this specific source using Yellow Pages. And in contrast to other review questions, here I'm not presented with any suggested resources. I will therefore add a resource of my own for future use, ratsit.se. which is one version of a Swedish online Yellow Pages site. When I add a resource in a specific question, this will be presented to me every time I make a review. Start by clicking Add an additional resource to this question, fill in the form including the name of the resource, the URL, the logo's URL, and if possible any tutorial, and lastly a short description of your app of choice. I then click Submit. Back in the review, you can now see that my resource is added to the list. If you now want this resource to be suggested in other review stages or questions, say in the claims review, you can do this easily by just copying the code in the bottom of that question's resource list. Go to the Resource tab in the top menu, where you have the full list of integrated resources, find your specific resource, and click Edit Resource. In the bottom of the form, you find the association field. This field decides which review question that this specific resource should be suggested at. Just write a comma and paste in the additional code you just copied. And let's see now, if we go back to that question in the dengue review, there it is, my own added resource. The Fact-Check Assistant also provides the ability to export and import resources in the Resource tab. Doing this will package the resource into JSON files. It's also possible to import from a URL using the Fact-Check Assistant's JSON standard that is applied when exporting a newly created resource by any FCA user. That's it more or less. Now I hope you know enough to navigate and use the Fact-Check Assistant. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. You can find that in the tab in the main page as well. The Fact-Check Assistant app is always under constant development, and reports of bugs, questions or suggestions are always greatly appreciated through the contact form. Thank you so much and take care.